What's up, guys? It's everybody's favorite Unk. I'm back with another video. If you clicked on this one, then you already know why we're here, man. We're gonna take a look at the WWE Elite Series 17 Ultimate Dingo Warrior today. Now, for those of you who don't know, or if you didn't get a chance to look at the back of the box in your local Target or before you picked it up online, this is from the Ultimate Warrior's run before he got to WWE. He was going by the Dingo Warrior. And actually, man, I had to go back and do some homework because, you know, both the Ultimate Warrior and the Dingo Warrior are before my time, to be honest with you. But man, I always thought of the Ultimate Warrior as like a big beefy guy who didn't really do too much in the ring. But if you go back and look at some of his stuff from WCCW back in the day, man, he had some nice technical wrestling matches, you know. He had some matches with Rick Rude, Barry Horowitz, Devon Eriks, Tony Atlas as well. So yeah, man, definitely an interesting one today. And yeah, you know, I like to add little tidbits of history, little nuggets whenever I do these wrestling reviews. But anyway, let's not waste any more time, man. Let's hop right into it. All right, guys, now looking at the box on this guy, it's your typical Mattel WWE Elite box packaging. You know, you got your picture of the Dingo Warrior there on the front. You got your old school WWE Legends logo right there. I don't know why they called him Ultimate Warrior because he was going as a Dingo Warrior, but I guess because it's WWE, you know, this is WWE branded, he is the Ultimate Warrior in WWE land or WWE Universe, whatever they call it these days. But yeah, man, you know, typical Mattel packaging. Got your True Effects up there, Series 17, got the Elite Collection in the corner. Turn to your side panel, and of course, you got a picture of the Warrior looking real nice. That artwork is always pretty smooth, man, always smooth. And then on the back, of course, you got your little blurb, an imposing figure debuted in the Dallas-based promotion WCCW 1986, what we already went over. Face-painted powerhouse known as the Dingo Warrior dominated the competition before blazing a road to the WWE. There he evolved to the Ultimate Warrior, set a new standard for strength and perseverance, and left a legacy as one of the most unforgettable WWE champions of all time, which is very true, man. Like I said, this was a little bit before my time. His run was a little earlier to me. I started watching in like 97 or so. So Ultimate Warrior was definitely long gone by the time I got there, but the effects of his run were definitely felt through people like Sting and Jeff Hardy and guys like that. So anyway, let's get into the figure. So fresh out of the box, man, the Warrior is looking real strong, real proud, man. And you know, of course, just reuse on the body. We've seen this body mold before. Don't really expect more than that from Mattel at this point with the WWE Elites. They're kind of just repainting and raking money hand over fist. But this Warrior is a little bit different. This one is not one they've done before that I'm aware of. I know they've done multiple Ultimate Warriors, but I believe this is the first Dingo Warrior that Mattel has done. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I think this is the first Dingo Warrior they've done. The head sculpt on this one, like the head sculpt that comes on him looks awesome. I really like the head sculpt that comes on him. The paint apps that come on the head sculpt are okay. They're not, you know, amazing. They're not the best paint apps in the world, but they're okay. They're in line with the typical standards of WWE Elite stuff. It's better than the other head sculpt to me. I like the other head sculpt better personally because that's a Warrior that I resonate with more as far as the face paint style, but it looks better artistically than the other head sculpt. There are a few like paint mishaps here and there on this figure. There's not a lot of paint on it at all. Most of it's just plastic and or rubber. But on the wristbands on mine, there's definitely some paint mishaps, you know, which, I mean, hey, you know, you can't be perfect all the time. Now I will say, before I move on, I got this figure on sale for 12 bucks. I really want to know, you guys, anybody else has gotten some of these Series 17 figures, why are they for 12 bucks already when they just came out? Like, did they already know that these had problems or something like that? That's really weird to me. If anybody has any information on why the AJ and the Ken Shamrock and this one are all on sale, let me know. I know the Shawn Michaels isn't because that's Shawn Michaels, but let me know for sure. I was wondering that the past couple weeks or so. But anyway, it doesn't look too bad, man. Typical, you know, typical Elite stuff. I just wish the paint apps were a little bit better. Let's hop into the accessories. You know, you got that extra head sculpt, which honestly, man, for the price, like I was saying, I got them for $11.49 on sale. For the price, getting a whole extra head sculpt is awesome. Obviously, I'm going to display him with this head sculpt mostly because this is the Warrior that I'm the most familiar with. Anyway, the head sculpt doesn't look bad, but still, even on the head sculpt, man, there's some mishaps on the paint a little bit. It looks a little fuzzy on the side. Not the sharpest paint job. You get your typical set of hands. You got your open hands for when he's looking at his hands, freaking out and whatnot. And then you have your microphone holding hands as well. Now taking a look at articulation, you do have a head that goes 360, which is customary, nothing new. The mullet doesn't get in the way too bad, so that's pretty good. Looks up, looks up okay. Doesn't look down too much at all. You do have your typical shoulder joints, you know, it just goes up about 90 degrees like they all do. You get your double jointed elbow as well. Got a nice double jointed elbow in there on both sides. Get your bicep swivel. You get your bicep swivel as well. And you're also gonna have an ab crunch. Now, here's the thing, man. Oh, also, you get no butterfly joints, which is, you know, is normal for the elites. You get them in the ultimates, you don't get them in the elites. You know, can't complain too much for the price point. But they are wrestlers, and I think wrestlers need butterfly joints no matter what the price point is, especially if you're going to be playing with them. Excuse me. When it comes to the torso, man, the torso works just like any other elite standard. Mine is really loose though, very loose, man. Like loose as in it's been like posed on my shelf for like 2 months already, which is really crazy because I just opened this up yesterday. So it shouldn't be doing that. Waist swivels all the way around 360. Swivels all the way around, as is customary. You don't have your thigh joints, your little drop down ball joints or whatever you call them on your thighs that give you the splits. And this is the thing, man. If Mattel can do that for like the 3-pack elites or like the ringside collectibles elites, you know, the more sought after elites, man, they can do it on all of them. Like I don't understand this, man. It's ridiculous that you can't get splits on a wrestling figure. That doesn't make any sense at all. Shame on you, Mattel. You do get a double jointed knee, as is customary, it works well. And you get a thigh swivel. Thigh swivel is good. Down here you got some boot swivel as well, some boot swivel, which I mean, honestly, he can't do the splits, so you're not really gonna use your boot swivel at all. And he doesn't really have too much ankle articulation. Up and down is very limited, and it does rock a little bit more than most elites, so that is standard. It's okay. And I forgot to mention as well, guys, on my original take, you do get a wrist hinge as well, and it swivels, which is standard. And his tassels also articulate, which is nothing to write home about, but it's nice to have. And here we are with some size comparisons, man. You got the SH Figure Arts Triple H, the game over there. And, you know, obviously the SH Figure Arts aren't going to scale to the Mattel stuff, but, you know, just to show you your other wrestling lines. You also got your Bret Hart over here. I believe this is from one of those cheaper series. I think it's like the Royal Rumble or something. But I got this one at like a little thrift shop. I got it for like $5. But I mean, I'll put them back to back, and you can see that Bret scales perfectly to the Warrior. Like that's a perfect scale with this figure. I believe this is a Royal Rumble figure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, I got it for $5 at a thrift store. All right, and now we're going to compare him to some of the other elites that have come out recently. We've got the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and we've also got the Phenom, The Undertaker, over here. Now, when it comes to The Undertaker, man, he scaled perfectly. The Undertaker's great. I love this Undertaker, as you saw in my previous review. This Undertaker is awesome. He scales perfectly to the Warrior. The Warrior is not a small guy by any measure, but compared to good old Undertaker, he is definitely a little on the shorter side. Compared to Shawn, I feel like Shawn is a touch too tall, man. Like the body sculpt for this Shawn is great, even though like it's reused like everything else. But the body sculpt for this Shawn is great, but it just isn't the right height. You know, but it's close enough. It's shorter than him, so that's all that matters. And then moving on to just some other toy lines here, we have the SH Figure Arts Captain Ginyu, and we also have the Marvel Legends Amazing Spider-Man. All right, guys, now for final thoughts on this Dingo Warrior. Man, I really wanted to like it more. I mean, honestly, it looks great in the packaging. If you're an inbox collector, man, definitely go for it, especially if you're a Warrior fan, because this is a variant of the Ultimate Warrior that you don't see often in figure form. I don't think we've ever seen this Warrior ever in figure form. My biggest gripe, man, is like, Mattel can give us a lot more than what they give us for the price point of this line. Now, granted, I got mine for $11.49 on sale. I know a lot of you probably got yours for $11.49 on sale, which for that price, that is awesome. But if I had to pay $22.99 or $23.99 or whatever for this figure, I would have been disappointed, man. I would have been disappointed. Like, you can't do the splits. He's a wrestling figure. And I know we've had that before in Elites, but it's like, it's time to change that. Like, you gave us that 3-pack, and all the figures can do the splits. You know what I mean? It's time to change that. My ab crunch was loose. Pain apps were kind of off. Man, I really, really, really want to like this figure, but it's hard for me to do it, man. So because of the QC issues and just, it looks like they phoned it in with kind of a repaint of a body mold. The only thing that really makes this Warrior special is that it's the Dingo Warrior, and you get the extra head. I'll probably use the head that came on him on one of my jewels or something like that, but man, final verdict, I'm gonna have to give the Dingo Warrior 6.5, man. A 6.5. Y'all can do better, man. You know, as a wrestling fan, you know, I'm still gonna collect the line, but y'all can do better. Anyway, man, if you find this thing on sale in Target for, you know, $11.49, it's definitely worth the cop. You know what I'm saying? I've got the whole series now besides the AJ. I'm gonna leave him on the shelf because I don't like the way his face sculpt looks. But if you guys want to see me review the Chase Ken Shamrock, I did pick that one up the other day. Let me know, drop that in the comments. Also, drop down in the comments anything you want to see me review or anything you want to see from this channel. I'm trying to bring you guys more content, man, and I'm having a good time. I appreciate all the love and support so far. Do what I always tell you to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I drop a video. And until next time, peace.